some reason I had this brought to my mind just a second ago, so I'll share it. It was a testimonial of a man who he was an alcoholic, and he was staying at a beach house, and they had this giant party and everything, and he woke up hungover the next day, and the story was really powerful to me, so I'll just tell it the way he did. He woke up and he looked out and walked out towards the cliff. There was this big cliff where the house was, and it would go down, and the dog ran out of the house, and it was his friend's house and his friend's dog, and he had been the one to let the dog out. So in his still drunken stupor, he stumbled out and was trying to chase after the dog, but somehow the dog got down the cliff and he had to climb down and go get him. Well, the dog kept running down the beach, and there was a whale that had washed up on the shore, and it was, stinky and gross, and the dog had gotten all up in it, and the man was like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting, and he scooped the dog, dragged him back over by the collar, and then he gets back to this cliff, and he's looking at the dog who reeks and is covered in disgustingness, and he's looking up at the cliff where they have to go, and he's like, I'm gonna have to carry him. And he scooped the dog up, and he was in a season where he was running as hard as he could away from God, and right in that moment, as he was climbing halfway up the cliff, it dawned on him, this is a picture of how God loves me. No matter how dirty and filthy and disgusting I am, he is going to carry me through whatever it is that I'm going through, and it doesn't matter how awful I smell, or how, associated with death and all up in it that I've tried to get, like this dog just did. He still is going to carry me through it. And so that was his epiphany moment, where God really opened up his mind and his heart to be able to accept who he was, because it was I don't know the details of what he was running from or anything, but he felt really strongly about how he wasn't good enough to be in God's presence, and I know that that's a big barrier for a lot of people, but that just came to my mind, so I'll go ahead and share it. Hopefully it's useful for somebody. But
thank you, I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie.